Hello, people. Good evening. I'm Daksh. I am the founder of Club World Magazine, which creates content for teenagers. We typically find inspiration in teenagers and for teenagers. So, as of date, we are reaching nearly 1,000 plus schools across India and South Asia, and we from time to time keep doing such white paper activities where we try to get what all new and different is going on in schools across the globe. So this talk that you are all come to is the 15th such talk. We have done 14 such talks before this, and we are trying to get what all innovative and new is happening in schools during this lockdown. The kind of content and the kind of ideas that we have got till now include there's a school in a village in Padua in West Bengal. They don't have internet. So what they're doing, they've told their kids to create a custom dictionary at home where they have to add 5 new words each day. And once they come back to school, they have to get that dictionary with them. That's a way of engaging them without any internet. There's one school in Agra which has told its pre-toddlers to call their class teacher every day and sing a new song every day, so that they have to learn a new song every day. There's one school in Lucknow, I suppose, they've asked their students to do a daily news report on what's going around them. So it's a learning from your surroundings mechanism. Teachers have started creating lesson promos, where what they do is they speak on their phone for 60 seconds, create an engaging teaser for a lesson on video, and then send it to kids. And then all those kids come on such a Zoom call and then share the learnings there. So we have got a lot of such ideas, and what we are trying to build is an idea repository of what all innovative is going on in the education sector. Till now, we have talked to nearly 100 plus school leaders from India, UK, Nepal, and a lot more countries. And we've got a good lot of ideas. Now, why are we doing this? Farmers can feed you, doctors can take care of your health, police can take care of your roads and your safety. And as educationists, your basic role is to create knowledge, not just to decipher it to your students. So this is the new kind of knowledge that we'll all need once we come out of all this. So that's why we are here to listen to you and not speak a lot. So the format, again, just for your understanding, each one of you gets 2 minutes to speak. Try to keep it crisp within 2 minutes. Diviji is the timekeeper. Once your time ends, he'll put one hand up. And once it's too much up, then he'll put the second hand up and we'll have to mute you. Please don't get offended. Try to keep it in 2 minutes. Your introduction, one big learning that you've got during this time, and one vision that other schools can learn from you and do in their schools to improve student engagement during this time of lockdown. So now let's hear it from Rashmi ma'am first. Rashmi ma'am, you can open your audio and the next 2 minutes are yours.
I'm Rashmi Talwar, Principal, Mahavir Public School, having a strength of students of more than 2,000 plus. So the lockdown came all of a sudden and it was a big challenge for all of us. Although we were fortunate enough to finish with the 10th, 9th and 11th standard exams. But for the remaining, of course, the results had to be out. The date was already declared for the PTM, which we could not do. So we had to send the results online. Like you're promoted to the next class, and then as and when you come, then of course the mark sheet will be handed over. So that was the first initial challenge which I had to face with such a big strength, how to disclose the results. Because parents and students and everybody is very curious how they have performed. So that was the one big thing. Then we had to work upon, like our schools had to reopen from 3rd of April for the new session for the others. So on 3rd of April, we by common messaging, we had first sent them a welcoming note that yes, we are initiating the session and we'll be soon starting with online classes. Now again, because it was a new session, we had to create the groups. So each individual class teacher was sent over the phone numbers of the students so that she could create a broadcast group. So the next step, what we had to do at this challenging time was to create the broadcast group. Then through the broadcast group, of course, the messages were being sent to the parents that yes, we'll be starting with online classes, be prepared. The first thing was to download Zoom. And that itself was challenging for most of the teachers and for most of the students. And ours is a school with very middle class children, not very with the cream of the society. So of course, with the guidance and all, they had to download Zoom. So once the Zoom was downloaded, yes, now we were ready for the things. And then to initiate it, we had taken the sample class. Like first I had initiated a sample class. Was that was successful, then we had classes like from 6th to 12th for 3 subjects. And then now from tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting with class 5 and 4 also. So that itself is a very big challenge. Now, in this case, what I've observed that although it is a time of crisis, but it has been taken as a challenge by all of us, even by the teachers, by the students, by the principals, by the management, of course, by all. And one thing which I've told the children, yes, to observe 2 things in nature, because this is the right time when they can observe the nature also, the chirping of the birds, which they can hear now, which normally in a hush rush of a daily routine, what all 2 things in the nature they are being observed.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. We'll have to mute you. We'll try to take your ideas if we have more time. Thank you so much for those ideas. Now let's hear it from Anupama, ma'am. Ma'am, you can unmute your audio in the next 2 minutes are yours. Try to share one learning and one such vision which other schools can learn from you. Over to Anupama, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am Anupama Sakdev, principal of Delhi Public School, Lava, Nagpur. And because of this lockdown and this totally unprecedented, situation that we are all we are facing today, we started with an online PTM for our parents. The ERP was very successfully used to, share the report cards with the parents. And post that, we've started with the Google Classrooms. So we did teachers training that had to be done online on Google Hangout. Our IT manager shared their screen and asked the teachers to, have their Google Classrooms and add the students to it. And now the teachers are very effectively using Google Classrooms to, teach the children. Google Classrooms are also now synced with Google Hangouts. So since Saturday, we are also using Google Hangouts with our children, so teachers and children can see each other, and the teachers can take a class. Teacher can also share her screen, so PPTs can be shown, videos can be shown to the children. So it's very effective. Plus, my teachers are also using platforms like Edpuzzle and Khan Academy to teach math and science using these platforms. Google Forms have been used very effectively by the teachers to make worksheets, and they get the responses from the children. Now, Google Forms also gives you the summary, which child has, given the correct answer, and what is the percentage of correct answers and things like that. So it's very easy for the teacher to, individually track the progress of the student. What is the learning that I have got from this is now the power of internet is truly unlocked in this situation. And what is happening is that the teachers have become more confident of using the gadgets and the apps. There is no fear now. And what I feel is going to happen is that the schools will be now used as institution of expression and social interactions with limited teaching hours and more hands-on experiments and human interactions. That is what is going to happen post this when we finally go to the school. This is what I feel. And the facts are available on the net. The teachers only now need to pose the right kind of questions to the children.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anupama, ma'am. I think a big observation which can actually go to the white paper is, as of now, most of the teachers who were afraid of tech are right now getting accustomed to tech, and that's happening in a very organic way. You don't have to force it on anybody. You don't have to push it, because that's the only way that's at hand. And I think people will be able to use it much better now. Let's hear it from Jay sir now. Jay sir, over to you for the next 2 minutes. You can open your audio.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Anupama ma'am and Rashmi ma'am, for sharing your experience. My name is Jai Singh, and I am working for Nirja Modi School as a principal in Udaipur, Rajasthan. And you will be surprised to know that for last 14 days, we have been conducting our classes on Zoom. From 31st March, we started the online classes, and every day, 2 subjects are being taught to the students, and the duration of the class is 40 to 45 minutes. And recently, we have also added the activity classes like learning music, drawing, fitness exercise, and the coaches like basketball coach or the cricket coach, they talk about their games and how they can improve on the skills. These 2 things. Besides these, there is a site of NCERT where you can download the PDF file of all the classes, all the books from grade 1 to grade 12. And most of the private publishers also keep NCERT as its base. So the children, even if they do not have any books, they can download those because the content is going to be more or less similar. Right, so they can have NCERT books as their base, and they can start working with the subject. They can download a chapter, they can also download the entire book, and maybe this situation is for a couple of months, and in these couple of months we can complete maybe 3, 4, maximum 5 chapters per class, per subject. Now, what we are also doing, we are making recap sheets, worksheets, and worksheets also not in the form of question and answers like crosswords. And we are creating a PDF file and putting on the WhatsApp group, which we are using. My learning is that life goes on. Whatever the situation comes, this is not the first time that such pandemic situation has arrived. We always find out we have the power of critical thinking, we have the power of resilience, and we bounce back and fight against any challenge that is faced by us. And we have most of the schools all over the world, I will say, have found out ways and means to get connected with the students. So thank you so much for listening to me patiently.
Thank you so much, Jay sir, for those ideas and sharing your thoughts with us. I think one interesting thing that we can tell our sports coaches to give small tips to kids at this point, because a personalized attention they'll get, and the sports teacher knows which student is doing what, or ye acha time hai to induce them for more physical activities which they can do at their home and improve their small nitty-gritties in their sport. So just before this call, we had a call with some of the edtech companies, and I think there's one very good platform that a lot of people are using. It is Big Blue Button. So please try, people. Does it work for you? What happens? And share the reviews with us. So I'll be sharing some more thoughts. Now, before I go that, let's hear it from Rathore ma'am. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes. Try to share at least one learning, one innovation that you're doing at your school. You'll have to unmute yourself first. Left side bottom.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Shikha Rathore. So don't go on the name that is reflecting on the screen. That's my son's name. And thank you so much to all the dignitaries who are present here and who have shared their thoughts. Now, the thing is that, we've always believed that living things have always evolved with time. When the life basically began on earth, it began in the water, and then they produced their legs and they came out on the land and they started breathing. So over the period of many years, we have been faced with such problems, and unless we start evolving with it, it'll be very difficult to go on. So I am basically heading, I'm from the same city as Jai Singh sir is. I'm heading PYP IB school in Udaipur. Apparently, this is the first PYP IB school, candidate IB school, if I must stress on that, in Udaipur. So anyways, the school was not working under the, inside the boundaries of 4 walls, or say it was not restricted to the textbooks only. It is a very inquiry-based curriculum. And because it's transdisciplinary, even for our co-curricular experts or specialists, it's easier for us to now, deliver our curriculum, even though sitting online. The only problem that we face is that we are very practical and we try to give hands-on experience to the students, which becomes a little, it's a little challenging. But anyhow, what we do is that we have taken a platform into account, which was suggested by our friends who are also running a school in Canada. It's an IB/PYP school again. It's called Seesaw. I don't know, are you aware of that platform or not? It's a brilliant platform, and wherein the teachers through Zoom can share their screen, can make them do the activities there and then itself, and they can put it forward. It's a beautiful interface through, you can interact with the students there and then. The activity, the worksheets, all are being uploaded. There are a few activity sheets that they can take a print out, but we understand the limitations that not all parents would be having a printer back at home. So to help them out, they can upload things on that itself. And it's a beautiful platform. Again, a few of our parents told us that Zoom, they are facing some security issues, and they had heard so much about this Zoom bombing that happened in Singapore. So we are contemplating over Google Hangout, which otherwise we were not, because we were quite comfortable and the teachers were getting the training, about how to work on Zoom and, use it to the maximum potential. Yeah, I can see Divya raising both his hands, so I will not keep you all waiting.
Thank you so
maybe
much.
others can just go on. Thank you so much.
I think one, again, good idea that we should all see this Seesaw platform, try to use it. And security has been a major issue with most of the schools who are using Zoom at the moment. Just day before yesterday, we were talking to the principal of, I suppose, Dhirubhai Ambani International School, Mumbai. So the problem that they've faced is the students that they have are super affluent, super tech savvy. Students have learned how to swap audio. So what they're doing is they're taking their teacher's video during a Zoom call and then swapping the audio and doing all sorts of digital pranks. So this is something new that's coming to the classroom now. So now let's hear it from Shri Kumar Mukherjee ji. So you can unmute your audio, and the next 2 minutes are yours. Shri Kumar sir. And I would request, please share some of the other ideas जो दूसरे schools भी use कर सकें. And remember, language is not a barrier. English, Hindi, जो language आप use करना चाहे करें, but the idea is important and it should come out. So over to Shri Kumar sir. अगले next 2 minutes are yours.
Okay, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Sri Kumar Mukherjee. I'm teaching in Delhi Public School, Ranchi. And yes, for last couple of days, we are couple of weeks, we are facing the same problem. What we decided at the beginning, this time we all are staying at home, so there should be a good coordination between us, the teachers, students, and the parents. So as the students are interacting with us from the home, so we are also including their parents. So that is becoming very effective, and that interaction takes place between individual teacher and student through this, this electronic media. That works a lot because parents are also at home, so they are also participating how we are teaching, because they get rare chance to experience how we what are the relations between teachers and students, and what are the techniques we adopt during teaching. So that is becoming very effective while we have included the teacher parents also with us. And as all the other teachers said, we are using the same platform, and all the electronic platforms are there. We are giving the assignments, as well as we have taken few exams also through Google, forms also. So those are working well. Thank you very much. Take care of all of you.
Thank you so much. Again, one good idea, that include your parent in the video call when the student is attending class. This is a good mechanism of even policing the kid, so that he doesn't use the technology for any bad things. And secondly, it's a good customer relationship management mechanism. It's a good CRM mechanism where your parents are engaged with you during the whole call, and they're also able to experience education at a much better level. Thank you so much, Sri Kumar sir. Now let us hear from Love Mohan sir. Love sir, the next 2 minutes are yours. Over to you. You can unmute your audio.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Love Mohan from Suditi Global Academy, Manpuri. I will come directly to the point, what we are doing, what problem we are facing, and what solution we have built. Our teachers are making videos, YouTube videos for the students, and we had made the WhatsApp groups, and we are posting these on the WhatsApp groups. But the problem we are facing, that students are not taking it seriously. They are only seeing the WhatsApp videos and they are not studying. Even parents are saying that if because students are not studying, so we will not pay the fees. The main problem is that parents are saying we will not pay the fees. So what we had do, we had collaborated with one software companies, Hello Parents and Hello Teachers. From Monday, we will start the online classes. It will be the live class. The teacher from their home, they can teach from their home. They will take the attendance also. The student will give their attendance. The school will take the attendance of teachers also. And what thing we ask to the parents, if any students who are have the more than 90% attendance, we will give the 5% concession in the fees. So this thing making attract to the parents and asking the students to attend the live classes. In that live classes, teachers can give the homework also, assignments also, and students can submit the assignment to the teachers. So from this coming Monday, we will start this thing. And one major problem we are seeing, because we are in semi-rural area in Mainpuri, the net connectivity. Parents are saying the net is not so proper good. So we had asked our this district magistrate also, that asked to the companies to start increase the bandwidth of the internet so that can be improved. But that 5% fees idea is making a lot of good to the students and parents also.
Okay. So fees incentivization for guaranteeing attendance, again, something that can go into the paper, because the kind of ideas that we've been getting from across platforms have been very varied. It's from, the kind of problems and the kinds of sets of audience that schools are engaging has been quite varied. There's one school in Gujarat which right now has 50 students in their hostel since the lockdown began. And these 50 students come from the most affluent families from all across Gujarat, because it's a Swaminarayan run school. And these students could not be sent back home. So they're right now in their hostel and their principal is struggling to engage them. But within the lockdown, they've done amazing activities. And we are trying to bring out an observation paper just based on how did they do it and what all did they do to engage these 50 students. So a lot of interesting observations coming from all across. So we have two special guests for you today. One who will give you an understanding of how education can be made more entertaining and how to add the media perspective to your education. And second, we have somebody who handles education investments for Anand Rathi Advisors. So all the schools who want to grow big or become big and are looking for a lot of VC money to come in, he's the right guy to talk to. So let's first hear it from Professor Ujjwal Kumar Chaudhary, who's the current Vice Chancellor of Adamas University. He has a good experience of the media education and the typical education for higher education, typically after 12. So let's hear it from Professor Chaudhary. Over to you, sir, for the next 2 minutes.
Thank you, Daksh. Just that you have already promoted me to Vice Chancellor. I'm pro Vice Chancellor, 2 more years to become Vice Chancellor. And it's interesting to see that children are training the parents on technology. That's why Rathod ma'am is using our son's Zoom connection. And this is true with me also. My daughter is teaching me many things. This is a giveaway time, for them, for the kids. So the post-COVID, the teachers and students that we will meet are a very different lot, almost a next generation. They will be considering the physical and the virtual almost equally important in their lives. And that is something that we as administrators and seniors have to really cope up with that. And we cannot be thinking, some of us I have found in many places, thinking that this is just a temporary 2-3 months issue and then we'll go back to the same nice, good face-to-face and the old traditional means. Yes, the face-to-face will be there and it will be the mainstay, but digital has come to stay now. We must understand that. And therefore, making digital a partner and not an enemy of our education is the right way to go. And all of us are trying to do that. Maybe we're trying to do that under pressure now, but it has to be voluntary digitalization or digitization of our education. And Facebook and Insta, they can also be created, as partners in this. So we can use, the students are doing creative work, make them create content. Only delivering, disseminating information is not enough. Creating content is important. Let them make self-video, let them make an audio, and these things can be taught in the ways you are already teaching them through Hangout and Zoom. And let them make some painting, some dance, mother is shooting the dance video. whatever. Let them write a poem, a short story, let them create content and share it with you, maybe on WhatsApp. You can edit and fine tune and all, and the administrator, the admin of the Facebook and the Insta can share it there. If pictures and paintings and videos can go on Insta, and the content can go into Facebook. So thereby there could be a nice little friendly competition among youngsters कि मेरा content आया या नहीं आया. That means my principal has taken my content or not. This could be a major way of engaging. Flipped classroom, please give the matter in advance before the class is being taken. So whichever is the subject we are teaching, whether suppose we are teaching solar system or photosynthesis, let it go in advance to them and you take it later on through, and it becomes more a doubt clearing and clarification sort of thing. And please give video connections to whatever you are telling there. I have also seen another, yes, I'll finish. I have also seen another very beautiful thing that some schools have started, that the science book has suppose 20 chapters. The class has 20 students. So each student is given one chapter and they're asked him to turn it into a model using paper, gum, mud, and small things which are easily available at home nearby, and take the picture of that model or that whatever chart or whatever and share it. And the whole class sees it because it's shared on WhatsApp and it is discussed on Zoom, group WhatsApp. I'm talking of group batch WhatsApp. That would be a great idea. And later on, all this can be brought together when the school opens, and there can be a great exhibition and parents can come and share their ideas as well. One or two more ideas I had, but I think I'll stop here. This is the time to really transform ourselves, and let us take it as an opportunity, the crisis into an opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ujjwal sir, for those ideas. I think these an idea where you can ask these students to create content and share it with you on social media is something that is working wonders in a lot of schools across the nation. There's one school in Thane that has roped in 2 or 3 celebrities to actually judge the content that kids are creating every day. So people are doing varied stuff with this. A lot of new kind of content is coming into play because students are very tech savvy. There's one school, the Bombay International School in Mumbai. What they're doing is they're right now teaching programming to kids. Since kids are on technology, you cannot teach them typical subjects. So let's teach them technology. And what they're teaching, how to create your physics experiments via simulations. So what all these edtech companies give you, Bombay International is making its students do the same thing. And they've been very successful with it for the last 10 days. They've done it very nicely. So we'll be sharing some more content that comes from them through the further white paper that comes out. So now let's add a different perspective to the complete discussion. Once we go out of this lockdown, there'll be a lot of, the industry will go haywire. We'll see a lot of economy blips. Either it'll go down or it'll go up, or there'll be sectoral changes, whether money will come more in edtech, or typical schools will live, or they'll change, or the way money flows in the education sector. Let's have a perspective on it from Mr. Atul Thakkar, who's the advisor for Anand Rathi and takes care of their education investments. Over to Atulji for the next 2 minutes. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you, Daksh, and thank you all the celebrated guests. I think I am starting to relive my school days since the last 10 days because I have 2 kids, and some of the similar things are happening with their school also here in Bombay. But coming to the ground reality, most governments are now trying to say that the schools should not charge fees given there is a lockdown. I would first recommend that schools in whatever form and shape and association that you all have, you all need to explain to the government that if you want us to be not-for-profit entities, you want us to continue to pay the salaries, because when you pay the salaries, the government will get TDS and the payrolls of your teachers will go on. There cannot be a strict lockdown on the fee collection. The way you can tell to your PTA also, through the PTA also, that if the ball has to roll, the fees have to come, even if it is coming in parts. Apart from that, what is happening is that we are getting a lot of calls from a lot of schools, and I'll tell you some of the best names in the IB world. International schools are also calling us and requesting for a line of credit with some of the banks. and for that matter, even some of the foreign banks or foreign investors. Now there are various structures which are available whereby investments happen in the K-12, and I think 2 minutes will not be justifying for that, and we'll do that some other day. But bottom line that I'm saying is that since the sector will change, there may be a complete change in the type of investments that you are doing. So be cautious about what you are investing into. The hard capex that you all are investing into, and where you see the schools empty after 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, the days of that will be completely over. You will probably start seeing that the asset will require to be utilized for a longer period. Multiple shifts will start happening in the class with the same set of schools, and that is going to happen globally. In fact, it used to happen in Bombay a lot, and now everybody globally are going to start looking at it. You will have a morning shift, you will have an afternoon shift, you will have an evening shift, and the remaining will go through your IT network. So build and spend more on your IT network, and that's how you can save on your cost, on your investments. And definitely the day is not far when probably the number of schools versus the demand for those schools will be completely juxtaposition, which will be completely opposite. Right now we always say that the demand is higher than the supply, but I think the day is not far when it will be reversed. The key sign of that is the hoardings that are put up everywhere for admissions. And the quality schools will get investments from various quarters. We have helped a large number of institutions get both equity as well as debt investments from foreign players and domestic players, and we are more than happy to support all the players pan-India. I think there is a single hand already up, and I will pause at that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Atulji, for sharing that perspective. As schools, I think the idea of a school will drastically change. It won't be the same as it was. And we all have to look at capacity utilization, because we, as an industry, we are asset heavy. We have a lot of money put into infrastructure, and that needs to find its utilization, and we need to make more money on that. Not just for the sake of making money, but for the sake of even improving the quality of education, because the kind of IT infrastructure that we'll need in the coming times would again need investment, and it has to come through some or the other place. So all the educationists will now have to add a business brain or a finance brain to yourself, or teach your brain to be a little bit more finance driven, because the sector is going to drastically change. Before this call comes to an end, I want to put in your mind 2 ideas, just some food for thought, so that when we meet next, I can have some more ideas from you. So the first one, as on date, we are right now in a lockdown scenario, and in a corona world. There will be a post-lockdown world or a post-corona world when all this will come to an end and we'll come back to our normal lives. Just try to imagine and think, how would this lockdown have changed the character of your student that will come back to your classroom? He would be quite different. The character of your teacher, he will also be quite different. You are engaging them right now, training them in all sorts of technology, but once he comes back, the DNA of your classroom will drastically change, and the engagement with you, your students, and your parents will find a complete new fiber knitting. So how would you handle that? And what kind of talents or skills your teachers and your administration will need to engage them is something that should be discussed at this point and planned at this point, because it's a new world that we're going to face. So we should be ready at this point of time. And secondly, content delivery or information delivery is no more a big skill or capability for a teacher, because technology can do that very easily. The skills of an educator have to be isolated into what actually builds utility for a teacher, because what skills you'll use to now engage students will be different, because content technology will deliver. What we think out of learnings from these 3-4 days, there are 2 big skills that have to be deciphered now. The first one being creativity, not in the sense of colors and paintings and singing, but in the sense of critical thinking, perception building, having opinions, because this is what keeps you better than technology. And the students that you're teaching, will need this to be better than technology and save their future jobs that they might be doing. And secondly, wisdom. Every kid now has technology at his hands, and there's nobody or no tech that can absolutely police it. So you have to tell him how to self-monitor, and self-monitoring can only come through wisdom. And how will you decipher these two skills is a big question, because they're the most typical ones. It is a utopia time for the value education that we all wanted. Ask your parents to right now focus on value education, because that's something that schools have not been able to do very well. And typically a school setup cannot do it. It can actually be done at home. So it is a good time for value education. Tell them to focus on that. And whatever good, interesting or new you're doing, try to share it with maximum people. Because at this moment, whatever knowledge you create will become history, and at the same time, the guiding document for the coming times. Because K-12 is going to change in many ways. Thank you so much, people, for joining. Hope you enjoyed this session. We are doing a competition for all of you, where whatever creative you, your teachers, your students, anybody is doing, please share it with us, and we'll try to take it to the white paper. And the most creative solutions that come to us from whichever school, we will award that school to be India's most creative school. So we are waiting for the most creative and innovative solutions that you are using right now in your schools under this lockdown. Please share all that with us. Thank you so much for joining. If any idea is left, and if you want to share anything, our team will get in touch with you. Share that over a message. We'll try to take it to the white paper. I think Ujjwal ji wants to say something just last minute, sir.
Very quickly, no, not even a minute, very quickly, please share the sum and substance of these good ideas that you got from the 100 principles so far, including these 7-8 principles today, as early as possible with these 107 people, so that we need not waste time. We can start applying some of these at our levels. It was a great experience talking to you.
Actually, we have already started doing that. You can visit the Blub World social media, any of the platforms. You'll find those learnings there. We're trying to put one learning every day out, and the white paper will be coming on 15th in the next edition that comes out. And if you enjoyed the session, open your audio, say a big yes. And thank you so much, people, for being with us today.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, superb.
It was nice interacting with you all. Thank you very much.
Same here, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, everyone. All
Thank
the
you.
best to everyone. Stay safe, stay home.